Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah. Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Time to throw in the towel.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, it's Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. What's happening?
Hey, yo.
Hello.
Come on in. Join us.
Greetings. I'm about to share.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
You know what time it is. It is Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. And if you're not sharing this, you're not caring about your friends and your family.
We're your friends.
Do
We're John
it
and
for a
Joy.
friend.
We're John and Joy,
Do it
man.
for a friend.
Yeah, your friend.
All right, I'm going to tell you, this is about to be exciting stuff right here.
Yes, sir.
Because we are talking about reclaiming your time today, which is a subject that we are very, very passionate about.
Absolutely.
Indeed. All right, so welcome. Come on in. So, Joy.
Yes.
All right, you know what I'm thankful for this week?
What's that?
Is you being alive.
I'm thankful.
Like sometimes you don't realize how
thankful to
important
being
somebody
alive,
is.
too.
So this week, Joy ended up needing to go to the hospital at night. And I was completely like,
He was a little shook, y'all.
I was shook. We was over there. Sometimes you gotta, as a husband, you don't want to see, your wife feeling bad.
Yeah.
And so she wasn't feeling good. We couldn't get to the bottom of it. We did Teladoc. How Teladoc gonna say, you need to go to the doctor?
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
said,
"What
do
is you
not
good
pass
for?"
go. Do not collect $200.
Right.
He was like, go
He
straight
said,
to
go
the
straight
ER,
to
please.
the ER. We was like, okay, Teladoc. Okay.
Yeah.
So Teladoc told us, we went in there
Yeah.
and see, I'm thankful. This is my testimony. I'm glad we had the awareness to do something.
Right.
But then also, I'm thankful that we got the diagnosis to go. And then
Mhm.
that when we got there, they took care of her.
Yeah.
So she is up and at it. 2 days later, she is up and shining, bouncing around,
Yeah.
doing flips, the whole
I don't
deal,
know about-
everything that Joy does, she's doing it again. And I'm telling you, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So that's how my week is going. That's my word of the day is grateful.
Yes, I will concur on that word, grateful.
Yeah. I'm feeling really excited about today because we talking about the subject of time today.
Oh, yeah. You know how I feel about time.
Oh, yeah, we already know. Yeah, whenever we talk about time, that's when we both really get excited.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason being is because, we didn't value our time like we do now.
Mm-hmm.
But now once you really value time, you value it properly,
Yeah.
it'll change everything in your life.
It really will.
It will change and accelerate everything in your life. So for all those who know, if you know, we wrote these books last year.
Yeah.
And so we wrote them. A bunch of people got copies of it. And we said, you know what we're going to do is we're going to go through these every other week on Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. And we're actually going to go through the book together.
Yeah.
So for all those who have the book, we get a chance to follow along. Obviously, these are workbooks. There's the his and her workbook. So it's a mom and pop book. And this allows us to be able to talk about different topics that lead to financial freedom.
Yeah.
And the topic of it is mom and pop millionaire marriages. Financial freedom is better together. Did you know that there are 22 million millionaires in the United States of America? And the question is, do you want to be one of them?
Well, yes, I do.
Well, yes, I do too. And I'm like, it's 22 million of them. So shoot, I'm pretty sure that I can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
And so today we in chapter 9. Chapter 9 is called Reclaiming Your Time.
Yes.
Reclaiming your time. And we're going to be hitting on all the key points from reclaiming your time.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the biggest part about reclaiming your time, as it says in the first quote on here, daring to set boundaries, is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. So sometimes to reclaim your time, you're going to have to make some decisions to pick the stuff that's part of your assignment and your purpose and your walk, and everybody else ain't got to agree with it. And it's okay because it's your time.
Yeah, sometimes you got to say no.
You got to say no. Matter of fact, the most powerful words in reclaiming your time is no. And we're going to get all into that on today. We're in chapter number 9 for all those who are following along in the book.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start off here. We're talking about reclaiming our time.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have a book, since we are in the book,
yeah.
it's like you can actually get this book. If you text us at 502-632-3005, we'd be glad to send you a copy. If you will, to give us a text, and we will send you the book. It's just that easy.
Yeah,
all right.
That is.
All right. Well, you need to pay for it.
Well,
yeah. Well, you send us a text, you pay for it, and then we send you the book. All right, in that order. All right. So all those who are reading it, make sure you're reading it with your spouse, reading it with your partner.
Yeah.
Very important. We don't do anything alone. We always do it together.
Yes.
And as always,
the
freedom
focus
is the freedom formula.
Yeah.
Which is turning your time into money and turning your money into assets and turning your assets into freedom. And so we help each of you work through your own personal freedom formula as you are reclaiming your time, getting those assets so you can create some generational wealth. And then also, even more importantly, is for you to be able to enjoy the wealth of being able to have your freedom of your time.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get a little bit deeper into this and then realize we're going to marinate on this quote for a second.
Oh, man.
I want you to marinate on this. We shouldn't even just say it. We should just say, you got to read the screen in order to be able to catch this one because it's so significant.
But you got to read it out loud.
You got to read it out loud. You got to read it out loud with us.
Yes.
Okay, all right, we're going to go on 3. And I know, you think that we don't see you, but we see you wherever you are.
We see you.
And we know if you're reading it or if you're not reading it. And so here it is. And so 1, 2, 3. The hardest thing to change is something that's working. Ooh. The hardest thing to change is something that's working.
Yeah.
And there was we're part of Master Builder Academy.
Oh yeah.
And that's a nonprofit that helps build businesses and helps with financial literacy and just generally speaking helps you make more money.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that came out of that, we did a whole forum that said what got you here won't get you there.
Oh man.
What got you here won't get you there.
That's right.
And if you're following us, that means that you're already successful.
Yeah.
Like you're already successful. You wouldn't even be watching this if you wasn't already successful.
Nah.
Because the title would have scared you off.
Oh yeah.
Wealthy marriage. Oh, forget that ain't never me.
Right.
Nah, you following this because you're successful, but you believe you could be more successful.
Exactly.
And that one quote it should fire you up because that means that the things that we have done to get us up to this point are not going to be the same things that are going to get us to the next level. And so for us to do a 8-figure activities, that's the tens of millions of dollar range. We're not going to be able to do it the same way that gets you to the 7-figure range, which is the $1 million range or the $100,000 range.
Yeah.
It's like some stuff has got to change.
Yeah.
And so the hardest thing to change is something that's working. Sometimes we got some stuff that's helped us to be successful up to this point. If you watching us, you probably the one who everybody borrows $100 from. Somebody needs $100. You know where they're going? They're going to you.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to you or your partner. Matter of fact, because both of y'all probably the ones who know to have it. If they hungry, they probably go into your refrigerator.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Some people look at you and they be like, man, y'all doing it. Y'all killing it. And that's who they look at you already.
Yeah, that's how they look at them.
Yeah. And so you've done some stuff to get you to that point.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that we have to get past is the fact that we think that the same formula that got us to this point, if we just stay steady with the same formula, it's going to accelerate us to the next level. And yeah, there's a place for consistency, but there's also a place for retooling and getting to a place where we are doing the right things.
Oh man, that's good, John.
Because it's I'm gonna tell you, and this is one thing that we know for a fact, it is so much better to stumble doing the right things than it is to be running full speed at the wrong things. And some of us are running full speed at the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Like I never worked harder than when I was in corporate America. I'm not even playing.
Oh,
even before corporate America, I was the hardest working I ever was. I was making $14 an hour. Man, I worked for my 14.
Yes,
man, I used to be. I still got the burn marks to prove it. I'd be climbing on top of grills. You ain't never seen a shinier kitchen than one that I cleaned. I was arguably the best cook this side of the Mississippi. I was in Tennessee at the time. I'm telling you, I was cold. I mean, very much wonderful. Worked extraordinarily hard. And so I'm telling you, I worked that hard. And I think I did some of the most detailed work that I've ever done in my life. And I was also getting paid less than what I was ever going to get paid again after that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though the thing I was doing helped me to be successful, I was the best cook around. I mean, I was the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people
You
looked
was
at
the
the
man.
guy, they was like, "Oh, this is the guy." Like, no, you does this,
He does
and
that.
you teach other people how to do it. You would go to different
Mm.
restaurants and teach other people how to do the thing because you was so cold.
Oh.
I'm talking about down to. I still remember. This is a long time ago, Joy.
You still remember?
Joy, this is like 20 some years ago, and I can still remember how you coat the fish with the butter, right? And then how you had to have that grill temperature just right, and then you wouldn't put it on the hot spot that was white. You had to put it on the brown spot,
Okay.
and then you season it all the way across with that right Cajun seasoning, and then you put it on that 45-degree angle and get that beautiful grill mark. And then right as it was pulling away from the grill, not too long and not too soon, or else it would stick. You turn it on that 45-degree angle and get that beautiful diamond mark, and you see that diamond mark in that Cajun fish. You flip it over, and then you put a little butter on that side and let that butter just soak into that fish like that right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then you cook it on the other side. You hit it real quick, boom, hit it on the 45, take it off. It's a perfect medium temperature on the inside. You put it on the plate. You squeeze a little bit of lemon, but then you put the lemon as a garnish, and then you put the sides on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
But the sides are perfectly temperatured, and then you stick it into the window, and immediately I need somebody to run this food out because it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Immediately. It needs to go fast.
That's detailed.
And so I'm telling you right now, there was a I did the thing.
I see.
For real.
Yeah.
And the fact is, I don't know if I've ever done as good of work as that. I don't know if it's ever been as satisfying and rewarding because I used to love cooking for people. We did it all the time.
Yeah,
but the fact of the matter is that $14 an hour is $14 an hour.
Yeah.
And in order for me to do the next thing,
Right.
which was to be a manager, I had to stop doing the thing that I love to do so much.
Yeah.
And then to be able to manage, it was a different skill set when I went to corporate
Right.
and became corporate.
Yeah.
It's a whole different skill set. It's a whole different ball game.
Yes, it
When
is.
you're dealing with, professional people
Mhm.
in a corporate environment, all the college educated people and all that. I came
Right.
from an environment where people didn't have education and stuff. We
Right.
just slagging food, talking stuff, having a
Right.
good time,
Yeah.
and just making sure people left happy. And so then you in corporate, so you got to learn the corporate talk. You got to learn everything's changed. It was different.
Yeah.
But then there's another level because many people are in that corporate swag where
They
you
are.
know how to get dressed up, you know how to talk to people, you know how to kind of navigate that.
Yeah.
But like, how do you go then from a place of that to being an owner, a person who owns some stuff, a person who constantly is the one in charge? There's not stuff baked in. You actually the decision maker in that environment.
Right.
You have to take a lot of risks. You have to make a lot of decisions,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you get your time back and you get the opportunity to be able to do the things that you believe are most important.
Right.
And you get to make a lot of those choices.
Yeah.
And you say, well, is it worth it? And you look back, it's
Yes,
absolutely worth it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But it's a completely different skill set.
Yes.
And so what helped to be successful previously,
Mhm.
it was a building block, but at the end of the day, in order for you to go to the next thing, it requires something new from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being, doing something, not keep doing that same thing, you have to ready to go to the next level.
You gotta be able
to
Bring out
transition.
transition and do
Yes.
something different.
Mhm.
And so when we talk about reclaiming your time, the biggest part is that it's going to require you to get out of the comfort of having everything in your schedule provided for you.
Right.
And by that is, a lot of times we working in jobs.
Yeah.
And when you are working in a job, they provide you your schedule.
They do.
They provide you the duties of that job. They
Mhm.
provide you the resources to be able to execute that job,
Time frame.
the time frame of what it takes.
Yeah.
And so to move away from that is going to require something different for
Yeah.
most of us.
Right.
And so that something different is the sauce that's going to help us to accelerate our wealth to the
Yes.
very next level.
Absolutely.
And so that's something different. Let's talk about what that is and what it looks like. And so, for many of us, we're all going to make millions of dollars. Like, guess what? The average median income right now is more than this. But if you look at
really?
this, it's around this time. So if you say you made 50,000,
Yeah.
after 20 years, you've made $1 million. So the question is, are you rich if you made $1 million and it took you 20 years? Like, are you rich?
I wouldn't say I mean, you think it's $1 million? You're like, okay, $1 million means I'm rich, right?
Well, you would think so, but then the fact is, no. You made $1 million, but it took you 20 years. By the time you paid all the taxes, you paid all them expenses,
Not quite
really
$1
had to live all
million, is
no.
it?
But if you made $1 million in a year's time,
Yeah, I'm saying I'm rich. I'm rich, yo.
you know what I mean? It ain't like you just set for life, but at the
Right.
end of the day, you bona fide. You
Yeah.
know, you the real deal.
Yeah.
And so this is the same thought. It's like it's time is your biggest asset.
Yes.
You know,
it is.
time is that it's not okay anymore to make it slowly. We got to make it fast.
Yeah.
It's like time is the biggest enemy. And so grinding it out over and over again, making it little by little, doing it the hard way
Mhm.
is not helping us to be able to get to the next level. And for us to get to the next level, we got to reclaim our time
Yes.
and
Take
be
it back,
able
y'all.
to accelerate our journey to make more faster and do more now and not wait till later.
Yeah.
It says, guess what? Time is so much more valuable than money.
Yes, it is.
And like this one statement, once we really embrace this statement into everything that we do,
Yeah.
and we find a way to be able to buy back our time and buy back our freedom, it's going to change everything.
Yeah.
And this is the one quote that helped me enjoy, and that I believe it'll help you all as well.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things you ever buy back with money when you become financially free
is you'll get to buy back the rest of your life.
To buy back the rest of your life, to buy your time back,
yes.
to buy your time back.
Yeah.
Now, what we're not saying is that you're going to need a boat and you got to sit out on an island and, you know, your whole life is a vacation. Many people don't want that. Like, that's not, like, I'm a young person.
Yeah.
I like, and I got young kids. What am I going to sit around waiting on somebody to wait on me all day?
No.
For what? You know, I could do my own stuff, you know, but I'm talking about getting your time back. You got stuff that you're passionate about right now that you know full well you want to put more time into, but I don't have time. I can't do it. You're missing events. You're missing things with your grandkids, your kids. You're missing stuff with your parents. You might have some living parents and you wanting to get some time with them. I ain't got time to go visit.
So you have to think about those times that you are missing and like, what can I do differently so that I can get that time back?
Yeah.
Because you focus on what's most important to you.
Joy, that's so right. Like, how many days have you went into work? I need y'all to answer this in chat. How many days have you went into work sick? Because you didn't want to use your vacation day
or your sick time.
Your sick time, because your sick time was how many days has it been? Like, you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, how many times have we went way too far in order because we didn't have control over our time?
Right.
And but when we get control over our time, how much more good things can you do? Like, there were things that I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how much that meant to me until we really evaluated that. Is that there came a point when no matter how much more money you make, it's not going to substitute your time.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the sense of fulfillment I get to work at in nonprofit work in Master Builder Academy or at church at Christ Temple Christian Life Center and work with the youth and get a chance to work with all the different things that I get to put my hands to.
Yeah.
You know, I get to be on the board for the Kentuckiana Real Estate Investors Association. That's a nonprofit organization. It's like the things that you can make time for, like being a part of your kid's life, being there when they get home from school and they can spend there telling you an hour about all the things that happened in their day and not having to, you know, pawn them off on electronics. So they got to stare at the screen for hours. And then being able to like build real relationships in these things, or being able to host people to come over my house on the weekends. You know, hey, y'all all come over, all the young people, y'all come over. We're going to grill and just eat and hang out, go to the park, do whatever, you know, but being able to do it full of energy on any day, being able to spend time with Joy. And I told y'all at the beginning of this, she went to the emergency room the other day, but neither one of us had to call in off the job. Neither one of us had to, you know, to ask for permission, you know, to be able to recover. And so, like, those are the type of things that, you know, you can't put a price on those things.
That's
like being able to recover at the right pace for you. And then also, and so we're talking about the freedom formula and the freedom formula, using your time, you know, in order to get some money and get as much as you can, as fast as you can. And so you use that money to buy some assets, and those assets are going to bring you income. That's going to allow you some freedom.
That's right.
And so, like, that's really the formula to be able to get from here to there. And I want you just to embrace once again is this quote, because it's going to help, and it helped us. It's one of the most important things you'll ever buy with money when you become financially free, is you'll be able to get back the rest of your life. And so it feels like a lot of times we spend a lot of time talking on this show, almost wanting to convince people to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that we should have to do that.
No.
Yeah, but we do. It's because a lot of times we don't think we're worthy.
Oh,
I'm serious. Good. Like, we don't think we're worthy to make more. Like, we think I'm good with what I got. I'm doing better than everybody around me. You know, things are going all right.
Well, I don't need all that.
I don't need all that.
Comfortable.
I'm comfortable where I'm at. Yeah. And like, we got all these negative thoughts and negative relationships with money that make it where it immediately sabotages our wealth journey. Yeah. And so for us to be able to get to the place where we're going to go, we're going to need to not do the things we did before, and work on new things that are going to help us to get to the next level. That's right. And so there's a formula there, and we talked about that formula. And so this right here, like, you know, we're going to help, and we're going to share just a little piece, just a little nugget just piece. A little bit. But you know, the fact is, you always start your day with what's most important to you. Yeah. Always. You always start your day with what's most important to you. Yeah. And when the first place that everybody can reclaim their time is in the morning, immediately in the morning. Absolutely. And we made a statement, that was a bold statement, is that you always start your day with what's most important to you. And many times before, what was most important to us was pleasing our own self and sleeping in. Yep. Yeah. Hitting the snooze button was the most important thing to it. I need my rest. I like my kids, but I need my rest. Sleep. Like, you like so much, but I need my sleep. You don't even say I want my sleep. You say I need it. You say I need it. And then some of us, after we need our sleep, what do we need after that? I need my coffee. I need my coffee. I need it. You're always gonna start the day off with the thing that you believe is most important. So after now, I need my rest. Then I need my coffee. Okay, then coffee. What else you need after that? And you know, a lot of times, you know what we need? I need me something to eat. Oh man, I gotta get me something to eat. Gotta get the full course breakfast. Oh no, hold on now. Now I need an hour to get ready. Why you need so long to get ready? You know why? Because I ain't gonna be looking some type of way. You know, I got to be looking right for this. You know what I'm saying? We got to get prepped and prepped. We got to get all the way right. You know why? Because we always start the day with what's most important to us. That's right. And so when you revisit your morning routine, you can immediately, if you write down your morning routine, you'll write down the things that you believe are most important to you. Because those are the things that you're going to do. Yep. And so the first place for us to be able to reclaim with our time is to reclaim our morning routine and to reclaim the earliest time of the day. Yeah. And I'm talking about that time when there's nobody there pulling on you. That's right. When you get full control of that time. Yep. Because if you can manage, and this is the first place we started, is if we can manage this time, then the rest of the time is going to be easy to manage. Smooth. Yeah. All right. So this is where we started, was looking into these specific things. Yeah. And so wake up at blank AM. What's your blank AM? And don't say the time the alarm's set for. You got to say the time you actually get up.
What time do you actually step out the bed?
Right. All right. So for us, I ain't gonna tell you our time, because then y'all be salty. Y'all be like, forget that. I ain't watching this show. Y'all get up too early. I ain't about to do all that. Forget that. So we ain't even gonna tell you ours. We'll tell y'all after you tell us yours. Yes. You put yours in the chat, and then we'll tell y'all at the end. So what time do you wake up? You can put that in there. All right. So is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? 8? And so wake up at blank AM. Right. The next thing that we did was putting the alarm far away from the bed.
Yes.
This is a big one.
Yeah, it's important too, because you got to be able, that'll help you get up.
Right. Because you have to actually physically get up out of bed. Yeah. And so getting physically up out of the bed, don't put your phone by the bed and just set your phone alarm on some kind of little soft little. The
one that's like smooth and make you go back to sleep.
It needs to be irritating and abrupt. Yes. Like something that get on your nerves every single morning when they wake up, like, and you're like, oh, shut up, I don't like you.
Yeah, ours is annoying.
Yeah, right. It's got the vibrator on a wood floor. So you got the wood floor with the vibrator on it. It's just like, okay, goodness gracious, that thing don't shut up. Right. But you got to get up, walk over to it, turn it off, and then turn the lights on. Oh, so start your day. Yeah. Like, turn the lights on.
Make the bed so you won't get back in it.
Come on. That's the best way to not get back in the bed, is to make it up. Put your pillows just right.
Nice and neat. You don't want to mess it
up.
You
don't want to mess. You ain't going to touch that again.
Yeah.
Make sure to brush your teeth.
Oh yeah.
And that's for two reasons. So when you give your boo-boo a kiss, they ain't gotta be just kind of giving you the slow one.
Yeah, you don't have the dragon breath.
Right. You ain't getting the peck on the cheek. You might get the real thing if you brush them teeth good.
Right.
With the mouthwash and all that. And then so next up is wash your face or take a shower.
Yep.
With cold water. And so that cold water, it'll
shock you.
It'll shock you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then get dressed. Specifically getting dressed in your workout clothes. And so if you do these 6 things, you're going to be able to take control of your immediate part of your morning.
Yes.
And then you get to go do all the things that you believe are most important, because once again, you always start your day with what's most important to you. Mm-hmm. And so we said we're going to reclaim our time by assigning the things that are most important to us to the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And so we start our day off, we separate, we go into our individual prayer spaces, and we have our prayer time.
Yeah.
Then after that, we have time with our kids every single day.
Every day.
We spend about 45 minutes in a family meeting. We talk about the Bible most of those days. And then one day we talk about, just the week
like
as a whole, goals and stuff like that. And so every single day we talk, and it's a really good meeting. We check in with them and they just have a really good time. Yeah, it's just a really good Bible study. It's a really good meeting. So then after that, immediately me and Joy, we work out together. Yeah. And we have our morning meeting where we talk about a very specific agenda of things. So now it's before 8:00. And we've done all the different things that we believe are like really, really important things. We've already started that process.
Yes, we have.
And so we've talked about our affirmations. We talked our vision. We talked with our kids. We talked to God. I mean, we've read our Bibles. I mean, by that point,
our schedules for the day.
We're physically locked in, and we are ready to go. Yes. And so we encourage you to take the time to revisit your morning routine. Yeah. And if you can reclaim your morning, you can reclaim the rest of your day. And so that is a tip. And once again, if you look in chapter 9, it's going to go through that in greater detail. But talking about how we reclaim our time, why we should reclaim it, but then also what are some practical ways where you can start assigning your time now. Yeah. Now, as an entrepreneur, the best way to assign our time is using a calendar. Yes. Joy and I have multiple shared calendars. And so we use those calendars. And what's the first thing that you need to put into the calendar? All the stuff that you want to do personally, so like put your personal stuff on the calendar and then schedule everything else around it. So like, hey, this is something I'm doing with my kids. This is a nonprofit event I want to go to. This is something me and Joy. It's got a trip here. We got this going on. We're going to go to this event. This is our date night. And so everything else has to fit inside of the space after you've already allotted your time. Yes. So reclaiming your time means reclaiming your calendar, reclaiming your mornings. And so if you can reclaim your mornings and reclaim your calendar, specifically by putting the things that you believe are most important first, it's going to help you to be able to live a free life. And it's also going to accelerate your wealth journey because you'll be assigning your time. And that time is going to be used to go get you some money. Yeah. And that money is going to buy some assets. And that assets are going to buy your freedom. Because that's the formula. That's the formula. And so as you reclaim your time, there's no better way to do it than to do it together. That's right. And so this is a question that we have for you is who's got next? We just came off an amazing boot camp. It was phenomenal. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious, it was phenomenal. Shout out to all the boot camp couples. Yes. We just wrapped it up on Monday. The executive communication part was great. We gave our morning meeting agenda that we really break down inside of that boot camp. It's a very specific agenda and it really hits hard. There's just so many things. So if you didn't catch the boot camp this last time, make sure you catch the next one. It's going to be amazing. And then obviously, Joy and I, we love to talk about real estate. And we got some pretty cool real estate topics we're going to be talking about next week on Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. But don't wait until then. You can text us at 502-632-3005. We're real estate coaches. We want to see you buy right. The number one reason most couples jack up in real estate is because they didn't buy right. They did not buy right. and you make your money when you buy.
Exactly.
And so come over here with us. We would love to be able to support you so you can buy the right property for the right reason at the right price. And then after that point, you're not going to think if I'm going to make money and be all scared. I don't know if we'll make money. I don't know if we'll make money. No, you're going to be able to define how much money you're going to make. And so then that's the best way to do it, is to not worry about if, but to worry about how much.
Right.
And then when you want your money versus if you're going to get paid. And so 502-632-3005. We're also going to help you to be able to rehab better and smarter so that you can finish those projects efficiently and be able to do them in a way that is going to get you the results you want, whether you're going to sell them, whether you're going to keep them. You know, our job is to help you with those two things and to be able to grow your real estate business. And we have platforms available for everybody. And so at all different stages of your real estate development, if you're the ones who are wanting to grow to that 50, 60 mark or grow over 100, we have some things for you all. If you're those ones who are looking to just get your first property or two, you know, we have some programs for you. And we have done our best to make all the different programs that we offer massively approachable. So you text us at 502-632-3005. What we'll do is set up some time. You can also go to millionairemarriages.com. And I love about the website is you're going to see, because we give away all the prices, all the stuff is straightforward. We're not like hiding anything. So you can go to the website, see what we offer. We have very straightforward plans where you can sign up with us. We can take you on a plan over the course of a year, help you to get going to your next level. If you're wanting to get those 10, 15 properties, if you're wanting to get 2 or 3, you know, whichever one, we have something set up for you, depending on how much of our support that you need. You know, obviously for our platinum support, we offer our office hours and so many different things to be able to, you know, obviously you get our cell phones and whatever you need to be able to support you. I mean, we're going to be right
have
there
full support,
full supported. But go check it out at millionairemarriages.com, and we would love to support you on your real estate journey and help you to be able to reclaim your time through real estate investing.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate y'all.
And thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, it is always better together. See you later.